Hello, welcome, and thank you for checking out this video. Today, I will be showing my Steam wish list as of the first half of February 2022. I don't know about you, but I like to use my Steam wish list to keep an eye on titles coming from the industry that I am interested in. I have other launchers, but Steam is my primary gaming library. This video will be informal, so don't expect to be bombarded by game trailers. I'll go over games that I think have the potential to meet my channel's criteria for sharing games with you. They need to require more brain than pew pew, quick and fun to learn and enjoy but challenging to master. They need to have a high potential playtime on a single save or replay value. And finally, T.F.I content is focused on base building, crafting, and automation. Quick request, let me know if you see games in this list you are excited about, or have some others to suggest in the comment section while we go. With many game development companies getting delayed repeatedly over recent years, I am hopeful that some decent titles will be sprinkled across the quarters to keep me quite busy with my building frenzies. This won't be an exhaustive list. Some of these titles you may have heard of, others may have some potential. The videos are not ranked in a specific order. If you see games in this list you are excited about or have some others to suggest, please let me know. Appropriate links will be in the description down low. Let's begin. For the first title of the video, Astro Colony, the Steam store page currently has the release date slotted for Q3 of 2022. Developed and published by T.F.I Games, the website astrocolony.com has a couple of options. The first is an early beta access for €9, and the Steam game key is listed for €15. I live in the US, so when I checked out with both in the cart, my converted receipt at the time was approximately $27 US. The Steam game key for sale was discounted at the time of making this video from originally €18. The sale seems to be ongoing, as it's been there for over a month. It is listed on the Steam page to be available for purchase there currently for Q3 of 22. The Game's About section on the Steam page describes it as an endless simulation focused on exploration, automation, and management. Sounds like my cup of tea. I will be uploading a first look starter build video very soon, so please keep an eye out for that. This game has caught my eye because in addition to conveyor belts and pipes, you can also recruit astronauts. So it should be exciting to see what benefits and capabilities they have as the development progresses. Also, I really am intrigued by the concept of bringing your base with you, as there is a mechanic to move and dock your station. The potential for this is great, and I really love doing that in games like Empyrean, Galactic Survival, and Space Engineers. I have a secret to tell for this next title, and that is that I have very few hours clocked in Dwarf Fortress. I completely missed its release and was playing other games at the time, and did not dive much into it until more recent years. Once I heard about the Steam release with the addition of graphics, I instantly added it to my wish list. Developed by Bay 12 Games and published by Kitfox Games, this version of Dwarf Fortress will also have an optional ASC2 mode, according to the features on the Steam page. The last feature listed on the Steam store page says, "A new endless hobby just for you. Gib. Please Gib." Although the hilarious and heart-wrenching release description states, "Time is subjective." It has been speculated that the Steam version could release this year. I won't be heartbroken if it doesn't release in 2022, but this game will probably be an instant addition to my library. This version is intended to generate revenue for the continued development of the game. If you are not familiar with the development and life of this game, it is definitely worth your time to see the love and commitment this game has received for almost 2 decades. Next on my list is Dune Spice Wars. I am a huge fan of the Dune universe and have admittedly spent many hours listening to Dune lore analysis and discussion here on YouTube. With the most recent movie release not being too far behind us, I am excited to see what the first Dune-titled space RTS has to offer. With a promise to grow throughout early access based on feedback, on the store page I quote, "Let's hope that this game produces quality, DLC, and all sorts of house-specific ornithopters that we can use till we pop with joy." This game is developed and published in part by Shiro Games, also published by Funcom. It is currently slated to release sometime in 2022. Next up, this game needs no introduction. In April of 2022, Kerbal Space Program will be 7 years old. This game doesn't need much of an introduction at all. But if you didn't already know, it is developed by Intercept Games and published by the ominously named Private Division. T.F.I thinks this name is great, just as the game, of which still has thousands of daily players on the Steam platform. Building ships, stations, and colonies are fantastic, but Kerbal Space Program 2 promises a redesign from the ground up to, quote, meet the demands of modern and next-gen space exploration. Gib, please, promises to deliver new tech, a colony mechanic with structures, stations, tabs, and more, interstellar travel, multiplayer, and mod support. Listed to release sometime this year, I cannot wait to get into here and cover the cosmos with Fried Industries' Green Minion. The next title is Solar Baron. It has an oil pump jack in its thumbnail on the Steam store, and I just couldn't resist clicking on it when I first saw it. I really get some vibes from several notable games in the genre. The graphics look acceptable, the UI sneaky peeks look to be appropriate. I can't wait to see what this game has to offer. Developed and published by Prayon Studio, it is estimated to be released in late 2022. Don't worry, Solar Baron, you are staying on my wish list until you show me what you got. It is described to have a life-sized, procedurally generated solar system, spacecraft and spaceport design gameplay, and realistic orbital mechanics. Let's see how Prayon Studio envisions their perfect game in this semi-realistic approach for the simulation and resource management genre. Coming in next on the list of anticipated titles, we have Lodestar. Slotted currently for a Q1 or Q2 release, Lodestar will have you team up with a squad of friends and an AI sidekick to take on some open-world survival craft. A demo is available on the Steam page to download currently, and the planets appear to be handcrafted. I love procedural games in the genres I play, but I also appreciate the handcrafted worlds in games like Satisfactory. I am definitely looking forward to learning more about this title, developed and published by Edenic Era LLC. Base building, spaceships, exploration, crafting, and handcrafted adventure experiences? Yup, you have my attention. My favorite listed feature, upgrade your spaceship and optimize the layout for maximum efficiency. Hold my multi-tool, bruh. Next up, Captain of Industry is planned to be released in Q1 2022 and is labeled as an automation and management factory builder. Developed and published by T.F.I Games, this game very much reminds me of titles like Factorio, Surviving Mars, and one of my current favorites, Dyson Sphere Program. Captain of Industry released a closed beta in December 2021. The game's official website, captainofindustry.com/pledge, shows with each product that the early access Steam key is currently planned for March of this year. Efficient factories, product manufacturing, farming, tech research, vehicles, exploration, and even dynamic terrain are more than enough mechanical game loops to pique my interest. Although, I'm not too sure I care for the $55 current minimum Commodore pledge and the fact that it is non-refundable. I verified this. I don't know if it's appealing enough to buy just yet, and even harder to recommend others to try. I can wait another month and a half or so, if need be, to check it out. Falling Frontier is the next game on my list, and it is planned to be available to play in Q2 of 2022. I don't see an early access tag on it either, so I am quite excited to see what this space RTS has to offer. The ship tweaking and customization looks like it has some depth, and the star system you play in is procedurally generated. This game seems more focused on intel, logistics, and combat, akin to games like Stellaris. Mod support is planned, and I am looking forward to learning more about this title. Developed by Stutterfox Studios and published by Hooded Horse. Our last game on the list for today's video is called Planet Crafter. Certainly not least, developed and published by Miju Games, we currently have a Q1 22 Gold Star release. What is the Gold Star for? I'm not quite sure, but I assume it is a Go Light or Go Star for the release, since the star shows up twice on the store page. This game gives me vibes from titles like Subnautica, Ark Survival Evolved, Satisfactory, Astroneer, you get the picture. I am sad to find that the game is single player, but Steam is reportedly still learning about this game, so we may not have the full picture just yet. There will be a survival requirement mechanic that has you dealing with thirst, oxygen, environments, and overall health, but that's not necessarily a bad thing if the playthroughs have a lot of life within them. So when I see that you will be required to create a biosphere for oxygen and life, I am hopefully we will get just that. As promised, a bonus round. Okay, this last anticipated release is not a video game at all. It is the Steam Deck. I was somehow able to get a reservation on day one when it was announced. I would love to have access to my Steam library on the go or somewhere other than my office, and this device promises to do just that. Also, since I would usually be using it on my own property, I am excited at the idea of streaming games from my PC to the Steam Deck, utilizing my main computer's hardware for the more demanding titles. The website steamdeck.com has a plethora of detailed information on this device, and you can even install Windows on it, Epic Games Launcher, and other non-Steam games. You can actually do what you want with it, and as a hardware nerd, I like the idea of playing some old G-Boy ROMs on the Steam Deck out back, maybe even cast it to a projector screen for family game night. Order invitations and shipping are expected to begin in February of 22, but we will see how this unfolds, seeing as my reservation was completed shortly after they opened up, and I mean shortly. But my expected order availability is still listed as after Q2 of 22. Hopefully this isn't like graphics card launches of recent years, where people are still on a waiting list to receive their day one order as of the time of writing this video. Still, the Steam Deck could have the potential to keep people from leaving PC gaming completely without having huge markups 2 to 3 times the MSRP. I myself have a PC in the garage that only needs a discrete GPU. I am choosing to get a Steam Deck instead. I look forward to sharing my experiences with you once this puppy shows up on the doorstep. That wraps up today's video. And concerning what you can expect from the fried industry in the near future, stick around and find out. You can expect commitment to my genuine personality or authenticity, creative builds in games such as Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere program, and industry-focused gaming in general. T.F.I's industrial activities may include something like trading in RimWorld, or even running an auction house shop in an MMO that captures my interest. We will see where this fried industry we're all a part of takes us. I love crafting gear, making bases, and automation. I am also interested in trying out giveaways once I get my workflow up and running, so please keep an eye out for that. Expect to see more Satisfactory, Astro Colony, and YouTube shorts I started making recently, where I take moments I find amusing while in-game, working on my next piece to share with you. I look forward to the comments and suggestions, and thank you deeply for your time today watching my baby channel take its first steps. Every person that watches my videos means the world to me. Furthermore, it means I am not the only person that sees my work. I can actually share it with someone who can appreciate it, so thank you. Let's create a community that showcases what time, patience, and a little bit of creativity, industrialism, and automation can produce, both for gaming entertainment and for brain food. Thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and thank you for your comments and support. Lastly, if you made it this far in the video and you liked my content, please leave a like, subscribe if you think I earned it, and share this video with friends. It may be some time before YouTube puts me in the feed. We can get there together. I mean it when I say the fried industry needs you. Stay fresh, stay effective, and stay you.